Today I fucked up helping a girl relax. My girlfriend and I were on the plane yesterday when we experienced turbulence. My girlfriend was asleep, but I was wide awake. The passenger sitting next to me looked like she was on the verge of a panic attack. I have to point out that the passenger was young and attractive because her looks contributed to my downfall. I was minding my own business at first, but then the passenger ended up grabbing the armrest when the turbulence got worse. My hand was on the armrest first, meaning her hand was now top of my hand. When I looked at her, she was practically hyperventilating, so to help her relax, I automatically placed my other hand over her hand, sandwiching her hand between both of my hands before telling her a random story about my religious mother, who insisted that I go to church with her this past Sunday so that I could become friends with a Gen Z pastor, who literally said, "Slay," at the end of his prayer instead of, "Amen." The passenger laughed, which made me laugh with her, until I sensed danger and noticed my girlfriend staring at me. My hands retracted faster than an unbuckled seatbelt. The turbulence was suddenly gone and the passenger seemed calmer. I explained to my girlfriend what happened, prompting her to respond in her native language, which was not English. She said she closed her eyes for 2 minutes and the first thing she saw when she woke up was me holding hands with a girl who looked like she probably has an OnlyFans. She also doubted the fact that there was turbulence, so I stopped one of the flight attendants walking down the aisle, and asked them to confirm that the turbulence happened. The flight attendant confirmed and apologized for any inconvenience. My girlfriend switched to English and told the flight attendant that I was the one who needed to apologize because the source of the turbulence was between my legs. The flight attendant awkwardly walked away without saying anything while my girlfriend put on her headphones and closed her eyes. Sigh. TL. Doctor, a girl on the plane was having a panic attack next to me, so I held her hands and made her laugh to help her relax. My GF, who was asleep during the panic, woke up just in time to witness me holding hands with a girl, who now seemed perfectly fine, which of course got me in trouble with my significant other. This is the opposite of TIFU. You exited a potentially toxic relationship while opening up a new career as an OnlyFans couple. I see both sides, but everyone should be an adult in this situation and talk it out in less than 3 minutes. I just asked my girlfriend and she said she would immediately be like, "What the fuck?" but after a quick explanation she would be the one to comfort the woman because she gets it. Keep being a cool human, bro. You only fucked up when you retracted your hands quickly as if being caught in the act. If you simply moved them when you noticed your girlfriend looking and then reassured her, then it should be fine. Your girlfriend needs to check herself though, throwing out accusations like that, especially after having a perfectly reasonable explanation confirmed to her. If the relationship is built on that level of trust, then enjoy your many spicy dates. My girlfriend switched to English and told the flight attendant that I was the one who needed to apologize because the source of the turbulence was between my legs. This made me lol, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. The today I fucked up happened when you started dating your GF. Really petty by your girlfriend TBF, as long as your intentions were only of good nature. Today I fucked up, my girlfriend is going on a sailing trip, would this bother you? Here's the situation now. There are 8 people going on the 7 days trip. 2 of them are couples, so 4 people. Then there are 2 other girls, my girlfriend and another guy. The couples will each have a cabin, and these 2 girls know each other already, so they'll likely share a cabin. That leaves my girlfriend and this single guy sharing a cabin. When I found out, I honestly flipped out. I told her it bothered me, and her response was that she didn't even think about it when she planned the trip, that it's the only option, and that it doesn't mean anything, they'll just be sleeping in the cabin. I don't know if I'm overreacting or what, but this feels like a red line I can't cross. Even though probably nothing will happen, she barely knows this guy like 3 hours total from one group dinner and she has no idea what he's like with a few drinks or anything else. I just can't imagine a girl not feeling uneasy about sharing a bed with another guy. To me, just the act of sleeping in the same bed with another guy, even if nothing happens, is a total lack of respect. She should have planned this ahead of time to make sure it never even came up, or, if there was no other way, skip the trip. What's really interesting is that she's actually mad at me for being jealous, because I told her this bothers me. Honestly, I think anyone would feel the same. I'd find it weird to sleep in the same bed as a girlfriend of one of my best friends, let alone my girlfriend sleeping with a guy she barely knows. What do you guys think? When you comment, please say if you're male or female. I'm curious how women view this versus men. Too long did not read. My girlfriend is going on a 7-day trip with 8 people. Because of how the sleeping arrangements worked out, she'll be sharing a cabin and bed with a single guy she's only met once for a few hours. I told her this really bothers me, but she says it's no big deal and got mad at me for being jealous. I see it as disrespectful and think she should have made sure it never happened, even if it meant skipping the trip. I'm wondering if my reaction is reasonable and curious how men versus women see it. Mate, it's a couples trip for 4 couples. You just aren't invited to be one of the couples. She planned the trip? Why aren't you going? Nothing to be jealous about, she's just going on a vacation with her other boyfriend. Man shrugging, light skin tone. Also possible that you are the other boyfriend. The other option that you think might be the case, she planned a couples trip and just forgot to invite you, is not what's happening here. So a friend of hers planned this trip, invited her but not you, location flag, she was cool with this. Location flag, didn't tell you about who's coming in the sleeping arrangement until you asked, location flag. Plans to share a bed with a guy. She doesn't know, location flag, and is gaslighting you when you tell her you're uncomfortable with this, location flag. This girl will 100% cheat on you on this trip and probably already has. Her friends are in on it too. Just for reference, my girl got invited to a big trip like this with her best friend, the best friend's husband, a few couples they know, and some other single folks. She asked if I could also come, which they did say yes, but my girl's words to me were, if they said you couldn't then I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go without you regardless. Of course all couples are different, but this should honestly be a standard of respect. I would never go on a trip that my woman couldn't go on. If she can't go, we don't go. Period. And vice versa. I don't know about the cheating, but this honestly looks like she doesn't respect you as a partner. If she's willing to ignore your troubled feelings about it, then she will also be willing to disrespect everything you two have built. Brother, she's not your girlfriend anymore. Today I fucked up by ordering concert tickets for a show in California, not Canada. I am Canadian, and I was looking at tickets to see Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace in concert. I was looking through their tour and noticed that they have a show in October in Ontario, CA. Well, I was too excited that I forgot that there was a city called Ontario in California and that the listing didn't mean Ontario, Canada. I should have known that the show wasn't in Canada, because usually they would say, Toronto, Canada, or something, not the province name. Well, wouldn't you know it, I didn't verify, purchased the tickets, and now I can't get a refund. Over $400 CAD down the drain. Even worse, because that $400 will be converted to USD and I do not want to look at that cost if I have to eat it. Hopefully I can resell them, but not on Ticketmaster because I don't have a local, American, bank account. I could have gotten tickets for one of their shows in Michigan, but I don't have a passport right now. Too long did not read. Today I fucked up by buying concert tickets impulsively without double checking that CA stands for California and not Canada, and they don't offer refunds. Update. I put the tickets for resale on StubHub a little under face value and they sold already. Thank goodness. Resell it for 75% of cost, $100 to learn to double check is significantly better than $400. People in Toronto are getting confused between Rogers Centre and Rogers Stadium. They are 15 kilometers apart in a 45-minute drive. No loudly crying, at least you noticed before you tried to show up loudly crying. My aunt and uncle just did this with a hotel. They didn't find out until after they arrived in Louisville, Colorado, that they'd booked a place in Louisville, Kentucky. Looks like you're taking a trip to California. I went to college in Manhattan, Kansas. I learned very quickly to always add Kansas when searching for concerts, movies, etc. So, you can make this more expensive. October is an off-season and American Airlines has round trips, if you stay over a Saturday, in the 400s. Then you have to find a place to stay as well. Just throwing it out there. You have a good amount of time to sell the tickets. Maybe Facebook, eBay. I don't really do these kind of things, so I don't know what's the best way to sell so both people are secure other than eBay. Either go all out and add some more, or give a great deal with a discount and get less back, but most. Good luck.